6:48, we've been following breaking news for you this morning. A new appeal for information about the mysterious man in white pictured in surveillance footage alongside Belgian suicide bombers. He's suspected of helping commit last week's attacks at the Brussels airport and at a train station, which have now killed 35 people, the death toll increasing just this morning. Also this morning, we're learning that 3 men who were swept up in a series of raids by police have been charged with participating in the activities of a terrorist group. Several people were taken into custody in Belgium, Italy, and the Netherlands over the weekend. Also over the weekend, riot police clashed with so-called hooligans in Brussels yesterday. They were protesting immigration policy during a memorial service for the victims of the terror attacks. A very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here. Lisa has the morning off. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we start with a story that many people were talking about over the weekend. Moms and dads, of course, love letting their kids play in those giant inflatable bounce houses. But now one of those outings has turned deadly. 2 people have been arrested after a 7-year-old girl died while playing in a Bouncy castle in London, England over the weekend. The girl was killed Saturday when a gust of wind pulled the bounce house's safety stakes out of the ground and swept the inflatable castle into the air. Police say a man and woman who worked for the firm that set up the bouncy castle have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter. In our schemes and ripoffs this morning, a woman is warning others to be wary of potential housing scams after it happened to her and she lost thousands of dollars. The woman is from Maryland, but she says she fell victim to a scammer that she believes is based in Fargo. Shauna Bruno told us that she discovered the scam after she had already signed a lease and paid $2,000 for a security deposit on a rental home. Now, police have told her there's not much they can do to try and get her money back. The Better Business Bureau says it's always best to talk to the landlord face-to-face and see the property for yourself before you sign anything or write any checks.
I think scammers realize it's a pretty good way to make some money, unfortunately, and so they always put these ads out there, and sometimes people run into them and have a bad experience.
Now, the Better Business Bureau says if you're only talking to the person through phone calls or emails, it's a sign that you could be dealing with a scammer. It's also good to look out for improper grammar in advertisements for rental homes. It's 6:51 now. Time to get a look at weather on the ones. We start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. Christy's been talking about golf all morning, so I thought we'd show you your golf forecast for today. If you're taking an extended holiday weekend, this morning looks a little cool. Temperatures in the 30s with mostly cloudy skies to start off your day. We'll see those temperatures rise into the noon hour, into the 40s, and it looks fantastic this afternoon and into this evening with high temperatures in the 50s in the Southern Valley. Up north, more into the 40s, but we'll still enjoy some sunshine. And the important factor here is the wind will be rather light out of the northeast and up to about 15 miles per hour at most. It looks like a great day to be out on the links or just to be outside for a walk perhaps today. It looks really quite pleasant. In the Southern Valley, we do have some clouds and some returns popping up on the radar. There may be 1 or 2 sprinkles, but this is going to be moving out, clearing out here over the next couple of hours this morning, and we'll enjoy some sunshine in the valley as well, Southern Valley rather. Up in the north, we're clear. That's where temperatures are coolest. We're into the 20s right now, 28 degrees in Grand Forks, 27 in Devil's Lake, and over toward Thief River Falls and stretching up to Baudette, all at 27. Southern Valley a little milder, we're at 36 degrees in Fargo, and Fergus Falls also at 36 degrees. Your planner for this afternoon, again, looks great. We've got some 40s up north, right around 50 degrees in Grand Forks with mostly sunny skies across the area, and in the Southern Valley into the mid to upper 50s today, 55 in Fargo and 57 down in Wahpeton around 5 o'clock this evening. So looking good. Here's a look at our planner for the next couple of days. We hang on to that mild air for Tuesday. In fact, we'll see high temperatures in the 50s approaching 60 degrees. More clouds, though, especially into the afternoon hours. And then late tomorrow night, that's when we see that rain chance move in. It's a good shot of some decent rain. In fact, half an inch of rain or maybe even more as it starts off Tuesday and carries over into Wednesday. The one thing, though, we want to see the rain. We don't want to see the wind or the cold. And it's going to feel kind of unpleasant to be outside on Wednesday. Temperatures in the 40s, and that just continues that, or starts off that streak of cooler air for the rest of the work week and even into next weekend, where we'll see temperatures on Saturday and Sunday into the 30s and windy conditions too. So not the most pleasant weekend ahead to start off April, but you know, we've got a couple of days here to start off the week at least. That's the consolation. And in April, we tend to be warmer, so it'll get here. We'll get that mild weather sticking around for longer periods of time.
And at least some good news if you're headed back to work or school today after a long weekend. You've got a nice Monday to look forward to. So when you get home after work tonight, you know,
There you go.
Ease the pain a little bit.
Exactly.
We're looking for silver linings
Yes.
to this end of the 7-day forecast, and I think we found one. All right, Lisa, thank you very much.
You bet.
A man is recovering after accidentally falling from a third-floor escalator at the Mall of America. Police say the 25-year-old man was riding the escalator down when he either leaned against or sat on the rail and fell backwards. He ended up landing on a first-floor kiosk. The man was then taken to the hospital with what are believed to be non-life-threatening injuries. A man is facing charges after police say he fell over on his motorcycle in South Moorhead this weekend. Police say that the man pulled up to the intersection of 8th Street and 30th Avenue yesterday and appeared that he lost his footing and fell over. Larry Odegaard was then arrested for DWI. Police say distracted driving caused a 3-car crash in South Moorhead earlier yesterday afternoon. It happened around 3 p.m. at 40th Avenue and 20th Street South. Police say one person suffered non-life-threatening injuries in that crash. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is looking for a driver who led them on a high-speed chase early Saturday morning. Troopers say they clocked a vehicle going 115 miles per hour on I-94 through Fargo. The speed limit is 55 miles per hour. The vehicle ended up getting off at University Drive, and that's where the chase was ended because of safety concerns by police. Former GOP presidential candidate Ben Carson is headed to Fargo this weekend, where he will deliver the keynote address at the state GOP convention at Shields Arena. Carson is set to speak at that convention on Sunday morning. The North Dakota Democratic State Convention is also being held this weekend. It's happening in Bismarck. Keynote speakers include U.S. Senator Heidi Heitkamp. The West Fargo School Board is expected to consider the early retirement of a controversial teacher and coach at its meeting tonight. Jim Jonas generated complaints from parents a few years ago because of what some called a personality conflict. Under a retirement deal that we first told you about last week, the district is offering to pay $22,000 to Jonas in his teacher retirement account. Jonas would then have to agree to waive any future legal action against the district. The Great Rides Bike Shares program is pedaling back into Fargo this week for its second season, but there will be a few changes. The 11 locations will have more docks, which officials say should allow for more flexibility at the downtown and NDSU campus locations. There are a variety of payment plans that are offered by the Bike Share program, but some of them are changing a bit. The Bike Share is switching from a day pass to $4 per hour. And if you're an annual or monthly member, your ride times are being extended to an hour. Organizers say that they would also like to explore the possibility of moving across the river onto the campuses of MSU Moorhead and Concordia. The UND Fighting Hawks men's hockey team are taking their game back to the Frozen Four for the third straight year. The team looking to pick up its first national championship since 2000. They beat Michigan in the regional final this weekend. North Dakota is set to play conference rival Denver in the national semifinal in Tampa, Florida, Thursday, April 7th. The game will be on ESPN2 and starts around 7:30 p.m. The other semifinal, Boston College versus Quinnipiac. Of course, Valley News Live Sports is headed down to Tampa to bring you all of the action from the Frozen Four. Our coverage starts next week. Well, it's the week, this week and next week, when more golfers will be taking their clubs out. We've got driving ranges and courses starting their openings. The Valley Today's Christy Larson is live from one of those places that's going to be opening up to golfers this week and next, Rose Creek in South Fargo. Hi, Christy.
Good morning, Kyle. That's right. You know, Rose Creek is actually going to have both their driving range and their course open tomorrow. And Matt Cook's here with us this morning, and you've been talking a lot about kind of some of the changes. So let's go over those again.
Well, once again, we're going to be opening all 18 holes to begin play here tomorrow, so we're excited about that. But sometime around early May to mid-May anyway, they will begin a new levee project, actually a reconstruct of the current levee that runs through the golf course. And that'll take out both our back nine and our driving range for the remainder of the year beginning at that time. But we're looking forward to 2017 with some real positive changes from that. We're also looking forward to the current year with El Zagle coming back on our playing list. So should be some good things for 2016 this year.
I know golfers are excited to get back out there. I know I've already seen some out there. So again, this is going to be some changes that will affect them. You know, maybe more golfers will be going to some other courses. Maybe more will be filling up these 9 holes here. But again, that's why it's good to schedule your tee time early. And Kyle, those prices here at Rose Creek are reduced a little bit for the season just to compensate for some of that construction that's going to be going on as well.
Just excited to get some more courses open in the area. Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thanks, Christy. All right, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Given the choice, most Americans want a red one of these. The answer, they like their red jelly beans. You can take part in our question of the morning at our Facebook page. Nice day, a couple of days to swing the clubs.
Beautiful day. Light wind. We've got some sunshine on the way today and tomorrow. High temperatures today into the low to mid 50s in the south.
More local news and weather coming up in 25 minutes. Have a great Monday, everybody.